Alafia. Yes, it's 7 at 7 o'clock. July the 7th at 7 o'clock. Ask Yeyefini show. Welcome, 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 everyone. I have missed you all. I have been kind of recouping and redoing some other stuff. So where in the world is Ialo de Yeyefini? As we wait for others to come in, look what is up. The Household Guide and the Meaningful Monday book are available in book form. I have been asked to do this. Followers don't like the download on Kindle. So I listen to you. And then, of course, there's the big one, the Big Mama. As we're waiting for everyone to come in, this is my time to just let you know this book here. I told all my stuff, well, not all. The next book will have the other juicy stuff. But this is the Living Shrine and the Meaningful Mondays that y'all have had for years. And then Chops is now republished. Yes, new cover and everything. And then we have the Household Guide. Yes, for all the little tidbits and stuff, what type of things to do to clear your channels, your energy. So welcome, 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 everyone, to the Ask Yeyefini show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much. Going on Instagram and here, there. Yes, so today we're going to talk about awakening the power of Yemoja. This is a month of the season of Cancer, the season of July, the energy of Yemoja, of nurturing. And so, someone said, I completed the Living Shrine. I couldn't put it down. Thank you. Please go on the website or either on Amazon, wherever you bought the book, and give me a help with the review. Just add some comments in it so that others can see that it is worth it. So thank you so much, Erica M. Thank you so much. And someone else, Kendra is saying, yeah, love that these are now copied. Yes, because Kendra is one of the people that was asking me, when are you going to do it? Because I like to have my own book. People want to have their own book and write on it. So I listen to y'all because y'all are my source of love. Yes, so anyhow, today we're going to talk about awakening the power of Yemoja. During the season, every year we are faced or we feel the energy of Yemoja, which is the mother, the nurturer, the home, the goddess of the home, the goddess of the womb, the goddess of our childhood, the goddess of our childhood memory. Yemoja governs the accents that we have. All of that is governed by Yemoja because Yemoja's energy takes care of us for the time that we're in the womb, but also the time that we are the first 7 years of our life, that we are, our God is our mother. And the voice that we hear and the things that says yes and no and how beautiful you are and how much you can have available to you. So this is a time every year during the cycle of Yemoja. I know for me, and with me, anything that I feel, I'm going to share it because I know I'm not alone. We are just a reflection of each other. And so with that being said, during this month, I always have some type of situation that involves family and friends that are close, because that is what Yemoja's cycle is about, is awakening that aspect of her in you. The story of Yemoja is she is the Orisha that has sacrificed the most. And when Olodumare recognized her love and her passion for her children, he made her the mother of the sky, the ocean, and everything in between. That's why the sky is blue, the ocean is blue, because Yemoja, as the story goes, the Apateki says that when Yemoja, Olodumare said, I'm going to have a big party and I want everyone to come. I just want to thank y'all for all of the things that y'all have been doing. Everybody came with their drumming and singing and their beautiful attire. Some had galas bigger than mine. And everybody was coming. And at the end of it, gifts were given out. And everybody was talking about, oh, look, did you see so and so's gold ring? And so is having so. See, I did my nails for Yemoja. And asking, looking at each other and giving compliments. Shango came with his big horse. I'm sure he had his doom doom drummers behind him, and Oshun came with all of her singers and dancers, and gonna show out. Or Rumila came with all his babalawos. Everybody was showing up. Ogun came with about all everything that you could muster for you to say, whoa, that's the protector. He had all his guns and all of this. He was like, yes, that's who I am, baby. I'm coming through. Legba was doing flips and probably juggling and doing all of that stuff. So they said, so where is Yemonja? And I said, she over here, Yemonja is always busy. So finally, Oludemara said, somebody go get her. So just as all of the gifts had been given out and everybody has been loving on each other, here comes Yemonja. And Yemonja comes in. She's wiping her hand on her apron, looking all unkept. And they said, well, what happened to you? They was like, what happened to her, honey? She said that I was so busy that I didn't realize that today was the date and this is the time. I was so busy taking care of my children that I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Olodumare says, because of that, your commitment to being a mother, your commitment to working for your children, you own everything. And so she received all of the wealth that each of the Orishas had. She had even more than that. So Yemonja, this is the time for us to go to her and ask her for the things that you want, for the things that you require, because she is listening to you. So as this cycle opens during the month of February, in the month of July, this is the cycle in the Institute, in my International Institute of African Studies and Knowledge Incorporated. This is when we worship and we have the worship service and the festival for Yemonja. So the cycle starts the beginning of July and it ends at the end of it. And so you need to know that the doors are open. The doors are about to open. Doors that have been a challenge to you are opening supernaturally for you during this Yemonja cycle. All types of opportunities are opening for you. You are opening to the dreams of your life. Doors that have been locked from outside and inside are opening now. Yemonja is the energy of the universal enter that controls the floodgates of our life. She's the living waters of God that cannot be ever held back. She's the ocean, the sea, the river, all water force. Just as you cannot control the tears and emotions that flow from your spirit, right now you cannot control it, because Yemonja has the combination code to bring forth the birthing of the new possibilities in your life. I don't know about you, but I've been going through some very emotional times, and I know you are, because this is the cycle. Things are bubbling up in you emotionally, relationships, friendships, family. People are acting in a way that you're like, really? Emotions are in such a place right now that is awakening us to recognize, claim it, love it, call it what it is, give it a name, and go into it so you can know how to get the best of it, or if you need to heal it or move from it. If you're struggling with infertility or attracting your divine partner, getting the good news about your finances that you've been waiting for, but everything, the dam is about to open. When you think the dam is shut, the open doors for healing, generosity, and generational curses and blockages are going, and witchcraft are broken right now. Understand that Yemonja is present. Her energy is here for you. And so find a place in your home during this month to set up a little altar for her, a little place that you can come and meditate and put some healing. And I'm going to give some little tools that you could use to tap into that energy in your home. If you need the doors open for family healing, for your own healing, for healing with your mother, healing with your children, healing from disconnection with your family because of secrets, unresolved mother-child issues. Secrets are one of the things that we hold when we feel like we need to love someone by being silent. These are the things that may bubble up. I got a call yesterday that just woke me up to realizing, whoa, could I have done something to heal this? But then I have to look at myself and says, wow, was it your call? Or is it for you now to open up and do what you can to help, to surrender, to help, to heal any wound? So you're going to set up a little altar, a little space there that you have a bowl of water and you have a little blue candle. And if you have any seashells or any river rocks, you're going to put that together for Yemoja. You're going to have an image of a mother or a maternal energy. You can have a peacock, anything that you know that's going to get you to the place of knowing that the mother is there, the divine mother. If you have I have a carving of a mother and child. That represents my Yemoja. Have that in your home. Have that there. If you, as I said, the candle, the water, and go there to meditate. My new mantra is libation. Meditation is my libation. Meditation is my medication. So pour libation every day. And you don't have to have the compound of, oh, I know how to do this prayer. No, just pray from your spirit. Invoke the energy of healing into your home, for yourself, for your children, and visualize yourself. Visualize yourself with your divine mother. This is a time where family issues are going to come up because the energy is asking us to look at that, connect it, address it, and don't walk away. This is an opportunity for us to really grab the healing of your childhood memories. This is a time where family is going to be the main point. Ask yourself, how is it and why is it that I play such a pivotal part in my family's life? And for those of you who are practitioners of this faith, that you know as a Yoruba priestess, Ifa, Yoruba, Lukumi, Palo, combination of all African spiritual practices, you're going to get to the point sometimes that you have outgrown your family. You have outgrown the things that you were born with and that you were raised with, the concepts, the principles, but you recognize that you have to save yourself for your own sanity. You're going to find yourself shape-shifting and moving. It is time. This is the time to come to that place of centering yourself in that sacred place that you have called for Yemoja. I beseech you to find somewhere in nature during this time near water that you can just sit and pray and cry and allow that water to come out of you. Allow Yemoja to bring this healing to you. So if you've outgrown your family and you're trying to shape shift and say the right thing when you come to family reunion or do the thing that make it because you want things to stay the same, the surprise is it's not the same. Every day there's a rotation of the sun. Every day the planets are moving. Every day you are growing. We are all growing. So change is definite part of it. So you, in looking back to going back to where it was, you're stopping the natural form of life, which is to grow. In the winter, they're barren soils. Barren times, and you don't have the little flowers. Now is summer. Everything is blooming. Then we go into fall, and some of the plants are shifting their dynamics, and they start withering and dying. And then by the winter, but everything is a process. So as we move through this process in our life, and if you got to the point where you have to shape shift so that someone could show up and say that they love you or they want to do things, if it doesn't fit where you are right now, this is the time to just leave it to Yemoja. Thank her for allowing you to have the courage to see, to acknowledge that you require and you deserve better. This is the time that if you want to heal your childhood memories, visualize yourself with your mom. This is for men and women, because this culture tells us, tell the men, unfortunately, that men are not given a sacred space where they can cry and they can allow themselves to really just vent and open up if they don't have elders around them. So, men, this is your time. And women, this is our time that Yemoja said, come to me. And so if you have that a challenge with a childhood memory or something that traumatized you or something that you want to go back to think of, this is the best time of my life, connect to that moment. Connect to the sense and the feelings that you had when you were feeling that glory with your mom, or that you felt that pain with whatever happened that stopped you and made you realize that, whoa, I may have to look at life from a different perspective. Your innocence has been robbed. All of the things that could make you just stop in your tracks. This is the time for you to move forward. This is the time to heal your childhood trauma through Yemoja. So if you feel like you're just trapped in that memory, visualize yourself sitting on her lap as you being her mom, and then vice versa, you being her mother. So one day you're going to see her as the baby, then you see yourself as the baby. And you do this throughout this month, and you pray at that Yemoja shrine. Put a little offering there for Yemoja. You can put a glass of milk. You can put some fruits. You can put some grapes. You can put things. You can bake a cake. Any of the things that shows that you want to make an offering in exchange for the healing that you're getting from that sacred place. Because remember, she lives inside of you. What the altar does is giving you the time to just shut up, shut down, and allow her. And sit there and do your meditation. On my website, yeyefini.com, my meditation that I did must be about 7-8 years ago. That meditation is available for you. You can download it and allow that meditation to take you as a guided meditation when I say breathe in and breathe out. So you're able to take that and go with you. This is a time that if you practice Reiki, do your Reiki on yourself every morning and allow those points of access of your spirit to magnify them. Visualize ourselves with a blue light. This is a time to heal your husband or your wife through Yemoja, through visualizing at the altar. Thank her for your partner. Thank her for the partner that you have. See the partner. Thanks for the partner. Thank the partner for being a reflection of you. Because people that are in close proximity with us are part of our lives. They see us more than we see ourselves. And so your partner is seeing the part of you that you don't see. Remember, in a mirror, you don't see yourself. So you're seeing a reflection. So opening yourself, this is the time to give thanks. This is time to just open up and give thanks to the availability that you had. Visualize, because remember, partnering is part of life. It's a duality. When we're born, we're one, then we split into two. And that splits into the other aspects of you. Remember, there's always another part of you, the physical you, the spiritual you. Allow yourself to feel the connection that you have with that other person, that sees you, your husband, your wife, your partner. See that as the reflection of you. And give thanks for that. Whatever it is that they're saying in that moment, whatever it is that they're doing, that either triggers you or blesses you. But if you're in a relationship that the other person is not thinking 24/7 about how they can please you, that is not love. Love is not about what you can get from the other person. It's how much you can give to the other person. You know, when you're in love and the first thing you want to do is, I can't wait to give you this and that. That's what love is. Find different ways to keep each other happy. But if you're in a place where you're giving and the other is not giving, then that's not love. There's an imbalance. So you want to thank your spirits. Thank Olodumare. Thank Yemoja for allowing that energy to come and to heal. See that person as your divine twin. Yeah, so you can do this also for best friends during this time of Yemoja, because it's healing and nurturing, is uplifting. This is a time that if once you set up your you can also put a 7-day blue candle, and every day as you light it, you do your prayers. You could also put a large bowl or a basin in the middle of your house during this cycle, and every morning you take it and you throw it out. Because while we're sleeping, Yemoja is making her rounds. She's the divine nurse. So all of the things that you have inside that's creeping up inside of you and hurting you and that you want to express, and you have talked to your Ori about it, you've talked to your head, and you want to express it, then speak it into the water. And those things that you're not even able to speak because there's so much in a place that you have not given it a name, in that space, you want to then welcome that water. So put that water in the middle of the living room before you go to sleep and thank Yemoja for whatever it is that she's going to soak up and remove and cleanse in your life. And in the morning, the first thing that you do, you pour it out. Now, if you live on the 23rd story, you want to just put it in your toilet and flush it and give thanks to Yemoja for all of the energy that was soaked up. You know, sometimes when we have a glass and we see and we're doing prayers for spiritual development and you see the little bubbles, that's the spirits, the energies around you. It's trapped in those molecules. And so that's what happens to Yemoja. This is a time for us to take rainwater, because the reading of the year said rainwater is a balm for us. Take rainwater and wash yourself, cleanse your house, wash your floor with divine water. That is water that comes from the faucet of Yemoja, straight from the divine mother. These are the things that we can do during the cycle. And you can do your libation by pouring it in a bowl, the water into a bowl, or you can put it into a plant. Put anywhere, put some crystals that are going to burn, that are going to bring that energy to you. This is a time for you to meditate wherever it is that you are going to, whatever it is that you're thinking about, that it may be a challenge to you. This is the time that you want to call on Yemoja. This is an affirmation that I gave to in another platform that it has helped us. And the affirmation for this month is, I am ready to receive the floodgates of my life's destiny and desire. And I thank you, Yemoja. I am ready to receive the floodgates of my life's destiny, desire. And I thank you, Yemoja. The next one is, I am a magnetic force that I cannot resist or control its abundant gush into my life. Yes, this is a time for us to just give thanks for all that we've been through. And understand that, we always say in most of the platforms that you hear me speak that we chose our parents. We chose because of the lessons that they're bringing to us. Right? Thank them, even if they have been in a situation, in a place where sometimes you can't understand why. This is the time to go deeper into God and ask, why did I choose this? Or give thanks for what it is that you receive from your mother. Give thanks at this time, because it's the energy that's going to give you revelation. Then you can ask yourself, what is it that happened in my life when I was born that changed the dynamics of my family? That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful. And so I want you all to just know that this cycle here, allow people to act out. Allow them to just do what it is, because everybody is trying to release the energy that's holding inside of the emotion. Grab onto your emotions, wallow in it, give it a name. Is it rage? Is it anger? Is it gratitude? Is it overwhelming joy? Give it a name so that you will know what it is that we're working on. Yemoja is such a powerful Orisha, and this new moon that we just started 3 days ago, this is the time for you to make your affirmations, for you to write down what it is that you want to bring into your life. The new moon is setting a new intention for yourself. We're on the way out. We're now 6 months. We'll have 5 months after this is going to be the end of the year. So you want to write those things down, put them under your mattress, your pillow, where you're sleeping. And as they develop, scrape them off. Trust me, once you do that, you have, by the time the full moon comes in 2 weeks, you'll be very grateful for that you did it. And keep hydrated, because Because hydration will give you manifestation. Ooh, that's a hashtag. Ooh, hydration will give manifestation. Yes, because you're watering the inside of you. This is a time for us now. I'm going to open the platform and see if there are any questions, anything that anyone wants to add to this, or a question that you may have as to how to heal some of the on how or ways that you could use to get centered, to recognize that do not allow yourself to be in relationships that are not fostering you to feel good. I mean, everybody have their days, but if the majority of the relationship is pain, that's your own ori, your own head, your own consciousness saying you may want to look at this in a different way. Your heart, there's a spirit in you that's saying, I don't know, this doesn't fit. Because when you are fit in the pace of love, it's like a hand and a glove. It just fits. What do you say? If the glove don't fit? So it is that time. So someone is asking a question. I want you to ask. I want you to really just let this be an engaging Ask Yeyefini. Ask me, how is it, what it is that I do when I feel stuck. Right now, I'm in a place that I know I am in the middle of a miracle. That doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, glory. This I've had for the past, I guess maybe about 2 weeks, have to really have some conversations with myself, with my Ori. Speak to my Ori. We went on a summit the other day, and the Baba that was giving the class says, your Ori is your only friend. That's your best friend. Talk to that Ori. It will never betray you. And so in speaking to my best friend, my Ori, I'm going through these feelings of like, oh, wow. You got to deal with that. And in dealing with it is my emotions. What am I going to call this? And it's affecting me deeply where I'm crying. And I'm not ashamed of saying it that I cry. And I do cry for a lot of things. But, you know, I just give thanks that I have tear ducts that I can shed. Because if not, I'd be crazy. I'm crying. I'm crying for the children that could not come to my rites of passage. I'm crying for the children that are not adopted. I'm crying for the children whose parents are not in a position to even heal themselves so that they can see the miracle that they have in front of them as their children. I mean, I take these things that heal. Why is it that, is there something I should have done differently with my own children? What is it? I feel sometimes so helpless. And so I'm in the middle of a miracle. I know something is getting ready to break very nicely. Those of you that have been commenting and saying that the book has helped you, that's what this book was from. I think maybe that's what it is. Oh, wow, it's coming back to let me know. It was after the opening, the release of the book is when I started this feeling of emotion, because I think it was so many things that I held inside of me, and the book was able to release it. Some of the pain, some of the trauma, some of the healing, some of the hallelujah, some of the glory of God, how God has been good to me, my ancestors, but most of all, how God has been good to put people in my life that help me, that support me, that encourage me, to uplift me, and to tell me when I'm wrong. I love that. And I think that releasing the book was just a way of my spirit just coming to let it all out. Let it all out. And when I read some parts of it, I'm not crying about the book. I think it's just inside of me. It just feels a release of thank God, because there's something greater than this is coming for me. I know that in my soul. You know how when you know it's time for you to get off the bus and you're getting excited and you know because it's coming and you're waiting to get home. You're already in the home. You're just on the bus, on the train, or in the car. And you're like, when I get home, I'm going to do this. When I get in, I'm going to have to do this, that, the other. That's how I feel. There's something moving because it can't continue the way that it's going. Our people, we have to wake up and we have to really embrace community. We have to come and make a commitment to something bigger than just eating and sleeping. And so those are the things that I'm crying for. And I feel this emotional bubbling for my people, for what it is and who it is that we're supposed to be. Take away from the distraction of the politics. I'm talking about when we look in our community and we see our children And we see our parents, our fathers, our mothers, the men are in such a place that they can't even speak their truth because they don't know if it's going to land on deaf ears or if they're going to be judged as being weak. So pray for me as I go through this breakthrough. And I pray for you because when you pray for me, you're praying for yourself because God is going through me for you and you are going through for me. So thank you ahead of time and when it comes through. But knowing that what it is that you are doing in your life right now, Yemoja is just waiting for you. She owns everything. Go get it. Go get it. Go get what is yours, the power that you have to make. You are a magnet. You have a magnetic energy to pull that to you. And just like you have a magnetic energy to feel when someone is hurting. You know, the other day I was coming home and I realized when they had free lunches for children because school is out, there are parents that can't even afford because the children are home and they may have been getting free lunches. And the parents have to now figure out how to squeeze and shift to get their lunch. And some parents don't have that. Those are the kind of things that I feel. And I'm like, wow. And I'm not saying about what I do about it because I do some things, but it's nobody's business what I'm doing to make a difference in our communities and the communities to tithe or to give. There are parents that wake up in the morning and don't know what it is that they have to feed for their children. This is what we can do during this time. Let's do a global meditation for the healing of our community, for the healing of our children, for the healing of our mothers and fathers. Let us find that place where we can just open up and burst. Remember how when we were in doing the universal timeout, we looked to each other because we were scared. And now we're out. We kind of like, okay, that was then, this is now. We're still in the same kind of bubble that we're not controlling the narrative about who we are in our community and what we're capable of receiving and what we deserve. So don't get distracted with the politics of who's going to be voting or whatever. Fine, we must vote because if not, then you're just sitting there and whatever happens, then you'll just, I wish I could have, would have, or you don't feel like I don't get into the politics of whether it's rigged or whatever. Do what makes sense to you, but get your local government and do something about it. Those are the people that you can go up to their office and say, okay, so this is what you're going to change. Or next time you ain't going to be in it. But the president, so do what you need to do. The rules, the laws are going to change surrounding women. We got to get involved with that. What's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to the rights that we voted for and that we fought for? Many of you don't even remember when women couldn't vote. And the things that we had to just say yes to. And now that's up for review. So this is a time, let's get together as a global community and pray. That's what we're praying for, bigger things. The ashe of a woman is so powerful. That is so cyclical that every 28 days we go into another level of vibrating. And those of us who do not have that monthly connection to the moon, our sense of intuition is expanding. All of us that are queen agers understand how our mindset, you think of something and it happens. Rally around, get with some older people, get to that praying that we used to do when it was necessary, when it was required in our communities. Our ancestors, our ancient mothers in motherland, in indigenous culture, we get together as women and we chant the shift in the energy. We shift. This is a time for us to be awakened and do something outside of ourselves. The moon, the stars are waiting for us to be the change that we need to be for our world, for us. So if you feel hopeless and you feel like there's no solution, it is. Allow it, give it a name. Call it frustration. What can you do about it? Do your meditation, pour your libation, and connect to the internal wiring of compassion. That's what Yemoja is. And of divine healing. Connect to that part of you that you can wake up and give thanks. So I said I was going to answer questions. Can you speak more about speaking to and honoring our Ori? We're honoring our Ori, your head. This is the first thing that saw light. You were carried in water. And the first thing that came out. Now, if you came C-section or you came feet first, that's a different thing. But nonetheless, that part of you is the developed part of you that is going to, is wired for you to blink your eyes, is wired for you to cry when you want your mother. All of that is the memory that tells you what to say, what to do, is housed in this ori, in this cabeza. And so when you are honoring your ori every day, you are telling your head, thank you that I chose this head. Because according to us, you go into a room and there are all types of heads. And you decide to choose one that's going to best fit you for this incarnation. So your ori, your brain, as the Baba was saying, this is your best friend. You can tell your best friend something, and under a different cycle, y'all break up friendship. You can tell your husband, your wife, your children, and at some point, but you tell your head something, the only one that's going to be there for you is your head, or the only one that's going to betray you is your head. Is when you put your head in a place where you went against what your common sense is. You know that sometimes when we say I'm talking to myself, when you say, who are you talking to? You're talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself. You're talking to your ori. The best answers that you can come up with is your ori. So in the morning, you bless your head. You touch your head. You say, ori me woo, carry me, ori me woo, carry me. And you bless your head. You bless the top of your head. You bless the back for the memory that your ori still has, ipako. And you bless your ears for the things you're going to hear that day. That's how I bless my head. The things that I'm going to hear that day that can help me to make a decision that is in alignment with my ori. Because your head is in alignment with everything that you do, the choices that you make, the things that you hear, the way that you react. I thank my eyes for the things that I will see. I give thanks for my eyes for the ability to see. I give thanks for my third eye for giving the guidance that allow me to choose the things that are aligning my head. I thank my breath for allowing me to breathe and take the energy of Oya and expand my lungs so that I can breathe and I can meditate. I thank for the words that I will speak that will have an impact. I bless my throat for the food that I will eat that's going to be sustenance to the Orisha that live in me, known as internal organs. I bless my children by holding my breasts wherever they are and their oris. So ori is that part of you that you made a connection to. You chose to be here with this ori and you honor it. That's the first God that saw you, and it's the last one that will leave you at your death. So I hope that makes sense. I keep having nightmares about a past relationship, and I have released the individual. However, I am always being attacked by his spouse, who I unknowingly knew about during our interactions. This is a time for deep healing. This is a time that you can do your meditation in front of your altar, and you're going to write a letter to that person's spirit and release that, because if you're having nightmares, that means that there are things that are still unresolved that you feel that perhaps you could have done differently had you answered it, had you handled the breakup like this, or while you were there. Are you judging yourself that you were not brave enough to move or whatever? This is a time to write a letter, because when you're writing it, there are parts of you that understands deeper than you would in your own head. And you write these down and you write it down. And at the end of it, you thank everything that you're putting in it that you know about the past relationship. And you being attacked by the woman, that's the same that you're going to put in there. I release you from feeling that you need to attack me. And that's the easy way. Other than that, I would suggest if it continues after this simple elevation, and then you're going to take that thing as you write it, and you are going to release it and says, I release all that does not benefit my highest and best good. I release you. And I thank you for the experience that I had with you, because today I am at a place where I value what I went through as a lesson. And you take that and you tear it up, you put it in the toilet and you flush it and you says goodbye. If that doesn't work, then you give me a call and you can get a reading to find out if there's something that needs to be there's a different level of cleansing. Hydration is my manifestation. Yes, that's it. Hydration will give you manifestation, baby. Great idea. Thank you. I'll put something out to catch the water tomorrow. Okay, any questions? I release and let go. Yes, somebody put that in there for me. Kendra, put that in there for me. I'm not initiated yet. What ways can I work with Yemoja? Just as I said here, is that have an altar, so have a sacred place. You don't have to be initiated. Initiated means that you're beginning, the beginning of a process that initiation means you're beginning a process of a journey of your life. Yemoja is in you from the day you were born, before you were born, because your mother carried you in her waters. So to take care of Yemonja is have the days that are Yemonja's day, and his Oshun's day and his Osei Ifa, if you want to follow the traditional Ifa calendar, or any day you can worship your mother. And just as we said, have an altar there, have a relationship with her. Meditation is your medication. Learn how to pour libation in my book, this book that we said earlier, that is now in paperback. Hee hee. The household guide, the prayers are in here. How to set up an altar, what day of the week, the food she likes. And in my Meaningful Monday, which was dedicated to Yemonja, is every Monday in this book, you have a new way of honoring yourself for the week. There are prayers, there are rituals that you can do to connect you. I shall. So you don't have to be initiated to take care of the Orisha. Everybody's not supposed to be initiated with this new thing that everybody got to get initiated. If everybody was initiated in a formal way as a priest, well, who will be running the town? Sometimes you're initiated from the beginning of life, and you just need a tool. You may need a shrine to waken that up. Okay, let me see. Somebody else, any questions? Do a global meditation for the, yes, healing of our communities. That is definitely. So let's make a commitment that at 12 o'clock every day, we are going to do a meditation. Every day we do a meditation to Yemonja. Find somewhere that you can find some water where you can sit at. And you can do a meditation with Yemonja with a glass of water, with a bowl, with a container. Talk to it. She is every molecule of water. Remember, we didn't invent water. Water is nature. We didn't create it in the lab. So she's there. And so is Yemonja, and so is Erinle. Yes, I'm in the midst of a miracle. Let me see. Oh, Kendra's just giving the gospel here. Somebody has to be in my live. No, we can't do that right now, sweetheart. Okay. Are there any other questions? Yes. Any other question? Anybody have an urgent desire? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, betrayed, and dragging your past pain and owning and saying that people are the reason, anytime we start blaming someone else for what we're feeling, we're not tapping into the truth of our emotions. You got to own up to it. You got to fess up. And this is how Yemonja's got to do. Baby, I don't judge you. I used to get pissed off too. But I'm here now because I'm an elevated spirit. So tell me what's bothering you and let me share it. Let me give you that. And in addition to the thing about speaking about Ori, some people may be in a place in their life that they have to receive a shrine, a consecrated shrine of Ori. And at that time, rituals and services are done to connect you from the beginning of time to where you are now, because the Ori that you have is not the things that you're going through. It needs additional, really like a charge. Like when you're going in the hospital and you're flatlining and it said, clear. Sometimes you may have to have that because some of the experiences that we have may have taken us that deep to the place where we need to be. Jumpstart again. So this is, as I said, connect to Yemonja, connect to it. Connect to her in every way that you can. Give me a chapter there that I can read. A chapter that I can read. I'm going to read one of the chapters or a situation in my book where I had to count on Yemonja. I had to count on her for her support, for her understanding when I gave up on the things that I thought I was to do as a mother, as a daughter, as a priestess, and what gave me that jump. I don't know. Let me look and see what is it for any of you that anybody that read the book. If you want to put it in there, I can speak to that. If you have the book with you, if not, then I'm just going to look in my book and see. So we have like 15 minutes left. What chapter? Just give me. I'll just pick something. Okay, here's something I can add to it, right? This is the chapter that says changing names, erasing lineages. Okay? And so those of you who have not gotten this far in the book, and hopefully that you will buy it, you will see it. One of the things that attracted me to African ideology and answered some of my heart's longing was the knowledge that Africans name their children according to universal powers, days of the week, events, seasons of the year, and names of important members of the family. This always impressed me. A child could grow up knowing they were valued and the community was responsible for part of that child's development. As an African descended child growing up in Panama, if you had an English last name, it was implied that you were of Caribbean descent at a time when the blacks who were developing the Panama's culture, the developing Panama's culture, canal, and society were meager descendants from the enslavement period as sugar and other plantation workers. Without a Spanish name, it was difficult to get employment anywhere in the visible public sector, such as banks, being a banker, a lawyer, doctor, professional of respect. Due to the discrimination of Panama, when I came to the United States in 1962, the spirit of Black liberation opened my heart, my body, and my soul to the importance of connecting to my ancestral history, genius, brilliance, and tradition. The Spirit of God is ever present when we turn our eyes away from fear, dogma, assumptions, insecurities, and lies. Whenever I'm afraid of moving forward into unknown territory, I remind myself that wherever I am, I can't be worse than Panama. And thus I find the courage to fly. So I think back of all of the negative things that were told to me when I lived in Panama. That I wasn't good enough, that I was too dark, that I had a West Indian name, all of those things. And I came to this country and I heard, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. And after that, it led me into getting my first reading and getting an African name. And just the shifting of my mind that I wasn't nothing, to knowing that my name means for lion, to walk in dignity. Baby, just a name. Turn on the light that, no, I am not no chomba. That's what it's called, a chomba. It's like a nigger. No. To walk in dignity was my first African name, for lion. So whatever it is, give it a name. Fear, insecurity, shame. I was ashamed. And when I got my African name, for lion, my first reading from Mama K came in, she rest in glory. That turned on the light that, hey, walk in dignity. What does that mean? I am divine. I walk in the confidence of the Almighty. So when I feel like I am nowhere, I think about where I come from. I think about my ancestors. I think about, you know what? You got a name now, and you got a name that you can live up to. And that is a name that means something in the land of where your ancestors came from, and that your culture was so deep in your system that they direct you to this thing called Yoruba language or Yoruba people. for lack of a better term, that's what they call the people from the Yarba River, or Ifa, whatever you call it, that you are the descendant of Oduduwa. We are the children of Oduduwa. I got a name. I can walk in dignity and all of that stuff. That's what we say. Dig deep. Call your name. Call your name. Whatever name. If you had an Ifa name, if you have a name that reminds you of when you were a child, and there was a name that was your pet name that connected you to how good you felt, how free you felt, connect to that term. Give whatever you're going through a name. Connect to your name. Someone wants to know, do you still do private spiritual readings? Of course, always, till the day I die. That's my job, my love. I love it. Just go on my website, yeyefini.com, and just make an appointment and get a consultation. I do roots readings, marriage readings, business readings. We do mediumship training. We do the SEI, the Self-Empowerment Intensive. We also do children's rites of passage. There's so many things that just keep me so full of the love that when I realized that, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and proud meant something other than just my color. It meant that I got a culture that says that I can walk in dignity. I have a culture that tells me that when we come together as a community, we can build a village. We can take a vision and expand it. We can adopt babies. We can claim every child as your grandchild. Yes. So I continue to do readings. Okay, I think that's pretty much, yes. I don't know if anyone has any other questions, any statements, anybody want to know something? Just let me know before we close out with a nice little chant to Yemoja. So in this moment, I want you to think about something that makes you so happy about your childhood, the moment that you saw or you felt love as a child, or the love that you felt when you met your mate and your partner, or the love that you have for your grandchild. Yes, and this is also one of the parts of I forgot, is that in this healing that we're doing for ourselves, and you're asking Yemoja, you can put pictures of your children and your grandchildren on the Yemanja altar as you do the meditation to bring them into that safe space as well. So I want you to take your time now and just do, just breathe. Breathe in and breathing out nice and slowly. Visualize that you are in this blue egg of protection. It's a round egg. And you're in that place with that joy that you have. It could be your partner. It could be your mate. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be your child. It could be your childhood. Something that makes you feel really that you want to stay and hold in that memory forever. See yourself in there. And I want you to take another breath, breathing in. And then you're going to breathe out. And in the next breath, as you breathe, you're going to feel the eggs vibrating. Breathing in and breathing out. And you see that egg vibrating as if it was an egg that was in the womb. And you just have a heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. It has a heartbeat. See yourself in that. Yemoja asesu Yemoja, Yemoja asesu iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja, Yemoja olodo iyami, Yemoja asesu asesu Yemoja, Yemoja asesu Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja, Yemoja olodo Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja asesu Iyami, Yemoja asesu olodo, Yemoja olodo Yemoja olodo Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja asesu Iyami, Yemoja asesu Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja olodo Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja asesu Yemoja adupe Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja olodo Iyami, Yemoja olodo Yemoja olodo Yemoja olodo Iyami. Feel that heartbeat. Feel that healing, that protective space that is a connection to your Ori, to your head source. Knowing that everywhere and everything that you have done have connected you to this moment. Embrace it, thank it. And I want you to take this moment right now and just pop that egg open. Boom. And let it fall. Feel that freedom. Yes. Feel that freedom. Ashe. Adupwe. Thank you so much. This is the Ask Yeyefini show. Go to yeyefini.com and connect. And you can go to Linktree, just linktr.ee/ASK Yeyefini. My 53rd Orisha celebration is coming up. I am going to invite you all to come in. If you're part of the Ore ASK, is a platform where we teach this faith and go into a deeper understanding of Ori and Orisha. That go to my website yeyefini.com and sign up for Ori, a membership where monthly you have access to our worship service. For those of you who are part of Ore IIASK, you are invited to come to my compound in Winston-Salem to honor and to feel the energy of Obatala as we're singing and chanting and ringing his bell and ringing and seeing him in connected to it. I carry Obatala on my head and we have a parade, and then we sit him and we sing to all of my Orisha, all of the Orisha that I have received over the years, all of the shrines that have helped you. This is the time to connect to them. If you are part of the Ore, you will be invited to come in person. If you're my personal friends, also just let me know that you want to come, and I'll send you the invitation. The invitation requires a registration, because there's food and all of those things to make sure that you eat and you're fed and all of that. And it's 2 days. Saturday, totally dedicated to the ancestors. We're going to bring the ancestors down, and then the next morning we have a sunrise service to salute Obatala. So the invitation is coming soon for those of you who want to come virtually. It's going to be available for you. The 25th of August will mark the 53rd year of me being a priestess of Obatala. So it's a great number because 53 is 8. And so I'm looking forward to it. Usually Obatala is just in one festivals. And whenever I have a big festival and I invite people, it's just a small number that actually come. That's how he works. So know that I love you, and I appreciate all the work that y'all have done on yourself so that this world. So I will see you again tomorrow at 12 o'clock as we are doing our meditations. I may not be in person, but know that my spirit is connected to you wherever I am at 12 o'clock. What is it? Stop, drop, and roll. We're going to stop, drop, and pour libation and meditation, because that is our medication. And remember, hydrate during this time because it's very, very hot. And you can become delusional and think it's spirit, or pass out and think that it's ego. No, it's getting to hydrate. So thank you, each and every one of you. I would love to come to the festivities. Definitely let me know if you're interested in coming in person. Send me an email at Yeyefini@bellsouth.net and let me know who you are, if we've connected before as clients and that. I cannot do it to just invite any and everyone, because we did that one year and it was not an interesting situation. Because people come just thinking, hey, turn up, I brought my keg. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. As a matter of fact, I can't have alcohol even visible at anything that I do for Orisha. So my parties are pretty boring if you think you're going to lose your head. So thank you. Y'all bless you. And we were here at 7/7/7, July the 7th at 7 o'clock. So thank you. Thank you. The new moon is the time. Write your intention, set them out, put them under your mattress. Get that. Yes. Post my email there.
Post your email there.
Yeah, it says there.
What is it?
Yeyefini@bellsouth.net. Everybody has access to it. Somebody has to put it in the chat. So thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed. You put it in there?
Yeah.
It's in there now. Yeyefini@bellsouth. Y'all have a blessed day. Oh, you put it on. Okay. I'm gonna put it on here. There you go. I have it now on this one. Okay. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening, and go out there and get what Yemoja got for you. Odabo.